Hey, what's up, guys? So, I am going to try something different today. And I am in the garage and I'm going to try my hand at vlogging for the first time. And you know what? Let's do a little walk around because you get to see my craziness. Because this garage is like a damn hoarder's paradise. Yeah, it is a hot mess. But you get to see my hoarding. It's horrible. I'm gonna try and keep this at body length. I don't like it. I need to downgrade, but the problem is a lot of stuff I kind of keep nice and staged, like so. But then there's stuff that I'm trying to sell that just will not go away. Unfortunately, the stuff does not sell, so I can't get rid of it. And then you've got, boxes like this stuff over here. That's all empty. It's like all empty action figures, right? I talked about saving that stuff for the stuff up there. Everything that you see up here. Whenever I get something from like Big Rubber Guys or Mattel Creations or Zombie Sailors, Raffles and Gimmicks, I save the box, right? And I try to save the cards and bubbles as much as humanly possible because we see what LGN card backs and what Hasbro card backs sell for, right? And 20 years later, 30 years later, just the cards and bubbles themselves are like $100 card backs and bubbles, $200. I've talked about it before, like just the 1, 2, 3 kid card back and bubble sold for like $300 without the figure. So I'm thinking that stuff is gonna be worth money in the future, right? But it's taking up like a big chunk of my space. If anybody out there is like customizing like your big rubber guys and you want like the card backs for your custom figures, reach out to me. I don't want it. I don't want to throw it away because, like I said, I think it holds value. So if you guys want it, reach out to me. As long as you'll pay the shipping on it, I will send you the entire box of whatever series you want. Uh, I just want to get rid of it. Back in Texas, we bought like there's like a Kmart that was closing. My wife bought like all these kiteboards and cages and like 100 gazillion of these damn rods. Now we had these things for like 15 years, 18 years, however long. And several months ago, I finally hired somebody to come in and actually set this stuff up. So now I legitimately have like an actual warehouse display. So now everything that I'm selling is actually separated. So now this is like all my wife's clothes and shoes and stuff. So now it actually looks like an actual warehouse. So I really like this part, but like I said, I don't like having things on the actual floor. So that's terrible. Come summertime, finally get that mulch laid out. Uh, Damn grass keeps flying in here. And my gym. I've got the necessities: treadmill, elliptical machine, ab crunch machine, bike, workout bench, which I can't use because my shoulder is completely jacked up. But you've got the wrestling stuff over here: zombie sailors, grapples and gimmicks, Mattel. Got some Hasbro stuff. Every time I get new stuff, every time I list something, I wrap it up, label it, put it on the shelf, so that when something sells, it's all ready to go. All I gotta do is throw a shipping label on it and put it up on the mailbox. Let the mailman pick it up, and it's good to go. Yeah, this is more extra boxes of stuff that used to go. But this is my hot mess. Like I said, man, having I don't like a mess. I'm very meticulous. And when I see something out of place, my OCD goes crazy. It drives me insane. Okay. Also, I decided to start taking yeah, my wrestling figures out of here, or at least a good chunk of them, and I set them up there. Well, a lot of them I did. So, well, nice little garage walkthrough. Uh, all right, so well, this sucks. Now, this wasn't the purpose of the video, guys. I said in my live stream, I kind of wanted to vlog about eBay on Mondays. And that is my purpose. That's what I want to do starting from this point forward. It's not going to be long videos. I'm probably thinking every Monday it's going to be maybe anywhere between 10 minutes, as little as 10 minutes. It could be as high as, let's say, 30 minutes. It really depends on how many things I plan on listing. I might only list one or two items. So it could be a 10-minute video. I could list 10 items. It could be a 30-minute video, it could be an hour video. But I'm hoping that new viewers kind of find my eBay videos and maybe they find interest and they want to check out my eBay accounts because, like I said, especially in 2025, I am just not making any sales. So I'm really hoping that this kind of sparks some interest. So I don't have a lot of why am I getting tongue tied? A lot of new listings. Ugh. For Monday. So what am I listing this Monday? Monday, and these are just wrestling action figures. Next Monday, I'm probably going to add a lot more military items. This week, we're probably looking at Hasbro's because more than anything, I am a Hasbro dealer. We are going to start with the Hasbro or the complete Hasbro Series 4. I do currently have a listing up for the full 100% Hasbro Series 4, which includes Ricky Steamboat with cape. So that listing is 100% complete. It does have one bid on it right now. So if you do have interest in the complete listing with accessories, that one does end, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, if you want to wait till after that listing is over and you want to pick these guys up, I'm probably gonna list it for the same price, even though the Ricky Steamboat doesn't have the accessory. Like I said, all of my listings they have best offer, and because the Steamboat doesn't have accessory, you can send me a best offer. I'm probably gonna take a little bit lower, so no worries on that. So Hasbro's Series 4, that is going up on auction starting Monday. Also, this week I got a bundle of figures in, bunch of Hasbro's, bunch of Galoobs, bunch of other random figures as well. So a lot of Series 1 figures. So in that listing, I stated Series 1 9 figures. But when you look at these figures, I'm going to throw it in the box at you. If I can hold it up without it actually falling over, you will notice, hopefully, a couple of figures out of place. A couple of these aren't in the best condition, so like I said, best offer always. Series 1, Steamboat, and Vicious. This thing, I do have a picture up for Butch Reed. And it did state originally 9 figures, so let me stand corrected. It said 9 Series 1 figures. But then I updated listing to state 8 figures. And it does show a picture for Butch Reed. I went back into the description, I updated it, and I stated that Butch Reed was removed from the listing. I didn't change the photos. That's fine. They won't really confuse anybody. They'll just have to look at the description. And I stated because Butch Reed was a variant. I checked my own personal collection, and the color of his pants were different than a Butch Reed I already had on hand. And there's actually three Butch Reeds I now have, two different pant variations, plus the swoosh and no swoosh. So when I get to the Galoob Tuesday shows, that's gonna be pretty awesome to have all three of those variations. Also, I kind of held these up for a particular reason. You're like, well, why are you calling these Series 1 if they're Series 2 UK exclusives? They're not. They really are Series 1 figures. They are repaints. So I actually had these repaints up on my Mercari for like the longest time, and I'm only selling them for like 25 bucks. But you've had like a bunch of watchers, but no offers on these things, or people do send offers. They want to offer like $10. I'm like, look, an original Ric Flair and Arn Anderson together, Series One, those are individually are worth more than $10 by themselves. Okay, if they're in good condition. Custom figures, you got to think about this. When people take the time out and they're painting something, you got to look at it like you go to the store and you're buying like an easel and what do you call the damn easel board with the I forget the damn paper that they use, but you buy the paper or by itself compared to buy the paper with a bowl of fruit, or you got a blank sheet of paper compared to a sheet of paper that has a mountain on the background or a forest painted on it. Obviously, you're going to pay more for something that has something painted on it with graphical design, right? Somebody took the time to paint something up. It's going to cost more than something that's just plain. So somebody took the time out to paint and design. So it's going to cost more than original Ric Flair Series 1. No, it's not going to cost more than an original Series 2. An original Series 2 Ric Flair is like a $50 figure. I got it. I am not going to sell a repainted Ric Flair Series 2 the same I would for a Series 2 original, right? But when you're offering like $10 for the two, that's stupid. No. Uh, so one of the things I talked about was I want to kind of give an explanation of why I price the things I do. So that is why in this particular bundle, I updated the price as well because I removed that Butch Reed. So right now I've got the price at listed at like 90 bucks. Best offer is available. Uh, Rick, Sting is a perfect figure. Sid Vicious is perfect. This right here, you could throw this outside, use it for target practice. I mean, this is trash, but it's a throw-in. That's a couple of items. I also have up for sale Series 6 Hasbro. A lot of them that I put up there for Series 6 Hasbro. I think the price I have listed is fair, but best offer, I might consider going lower. Now, if it doesn't sell up to the first week, I'll definitely consider a lower price. But for right now, I might just keep it where it is. It depends. I'm also going to add an additional figure this week that I'm going to pull off Mercari. Well, I'm keeping it on Mercari, but I'm adding it to eBay, my Watty's channel account. For those that don't know, I do have two eBay accounts. One is my primary Matwat6, and the other is Watty's channel. This one is a bearded Corporal Kirchner LJN. Yes, it is a repainted figure, but I want to show this one as an example. So this one is an original, but think about this. This one is pretty beat up, right? Uh, Pushed in nose, paint loss, really messed up. Original figure though. In this condition, with the deficiencies, this is still a $500 figure. So, interested buyers who are looking for a figure for their collection and you're working on a budget and you want to complete your L. Jane collection, original in this condition, $500. This is a custom, not even a question. I put it up on eBay right now. I got my starting bid, or I'm going to have my starting bid when I list it on Monday. I put it up for $45, which I think is crazy fair. I mean, it does have its deficiencies, obviously, some markings, but a little bit of paint loss. But it, like I said, it's a solid piece. And I intentionally asked, my customizer Rob to leave those deficiencies because I kind of feel like some people want that played with condition as opposed to a perfect minty figure. So that's why when I sent this out to him for customization, I wanted to have that played with look as opposed to that perfect look. Some people like that. Some people want that perfect 100% mint. Some people want that played with look. And I've had mint figures, I've had played with looks, and it's kind of a toss up. So in the description, I'm like, hey, if you're on a budget, you want something affordable, perfect replica. Okay, so that's going up on Monday. This figure is definitely. I've showed this up on my live stream before. This is definitely a touched up figure, repainted. So, and you got to think about again about the artistic work that went into it, the time, and everything else that went into this figure. But I'm probably, what? Before I show this, no, I'm gonna show it first. The blue trunks Ric Flair, and I'm gonna have you guys walk with me for a moment because let's do a little walkthrough, shall we? All right, we got Ric Flair. This one right here. All right, so this blue trunks variant, right? This guy is one of my holy grail pieces, and among the original San Francisco toy line, this guy is one of the most valuable pieces of the entire line. And I wouldn't say $1,000, but damn near close to it. I would say about a $600 figure by himself. And we're talking about, MOC. I have seen one guy list a loose blue trunks Ric Flair for $500. So you gotta think if an MOC Ric Flair is about $600, I would estimate. I would say loose is probably a good $200. So I'd say loose is about 200. I'd say pink trunks is like maybe a $10 figure. Um, Green trunks, where you at? The green trunks figure loose. I mean, he's loose. I'd say about a $50 figure. So, and we're talking original pieces, right? So I bring those up again. There's always reasoning to my madness. I currently got this guy up for about $100, which I think is extremely fair for a repainted figure. I think that's solid. And I don't remember when I got this. I don't remember if this was simply repaint, if this was a full repaint, or if this was touched up. because you could look at the figure and you can tell that it's, I mean, 100%. There's not even a question. The colors absolutely pop 100%. So you know that that this figure has been painted. And like I said, there's a lot of collectors that do not like anything that's not original paint. But there's people like me who's like, I don't give a crap if it's been painted or touched up. I mean, as long as I'd rather have a perfect mint figure compared to something that's got massive paint loss. So for someone like me, I'm like, I don't care. But then you have collectors who are all about original paint. So for those guys, they wouldn't want something like this. But if you are interested in having a sky blue trunks Ric Flair for your collection, and you want it, if you're someone on a budget, send me an offer. Let's see if we can work out a deal. I mean, if it's something like $30, I'm not interested going that low. I mean, like I said, I'd rather have this for my personal collection. I'll keep it for myself if that's the case. If I don't get an offer that's reasonable, like I said, I'll hold on to it. And I kind of mentioned that during my live stream as well. I mean, it is a beautiful figure. I mean, this is like insanely good. So well painted. So I'm happy with it. Kind of sticking with the customs. I'm not going to list this on Monday. This has already been listed. So this ends in a few days. And Billy Gunn, another custom, not original, but I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention in case you guys are interested. Yes, I do have a higher price listed on this, but I kind of do that for a particular reason because I do feel like with best offers, and even though I put it on auction, because a lot of time, and yes, I'm kind of sneaky that way. Well, what do I mean? Well, here's my explanation. If you put something as a buy it now, it's always there. And a person can always go back and check on a buy it now. But if you do an auction, and this is my sneaky mindset, and I'm sure other people think the same way. Um, if you look at it as an auction, people are gonna look at it. Oh man, I only got 7 days to make a decision, so I gotta think fast. So that's why I decided to do an auction for a lot of these, but I put it for a price that I'm comfortable with, right? So I could do a buy it now for 150. I could do a starting bid for 150. And I mean, theoretically, I would like to get more than 150. That's why I do the auction. But if it only sells for 150, I can live with that. But at the same time, if someone comes in with an offer for like 125, and I'm like, you know what, I'm okay with 125. Somebody comes with an offer of 75. Hypothetically, let's say I'm comfortable with 75. I'll take the 75. It's a great piece, nonetheless. If you guys want something for a fraction of the cost, like I said, Billy Gunn original, it's like a $400 figure. Uh, if you went on auction, sometimes you might luck out, get it for like 200, 250, but they're damn expensive. So, I mean, even a custom, it is original Hasbro pieces. I mean, the only thing they swapped out was I think the head is made out of resin or something, but the rest of the body is all Hasbro pieces. Um, the arm doesn't move. I mean, that sucks. And I think the arm does work. The action feature does work, so that helps a lot. Sticking with the customs, you guys know I did list my custom MOC Moonbelly Kamala. I didn't bring that one down, but I did bring out another one of my MOC bearded Corporal Kirchner's. That one is still up for sale. I'm surprised that this one hasn't sold. I got two of them. This one is actually the one I keep on my shelf. I've already actually wrapped up and boxed up the other one that I have listed. I actually dropped the price on both this figure and the Kamala figure by $50. So I had them listed for a couple weeks. No takers. I dropped the price on $50 on both of them. So I'm hoping that interests some people. I'm probably gonna wait a couple weeks. If there's no interest, I'll probably drop it another $50. But after about a month or so, in about another month, I'll keep dropping it every couple weeks by about $50. If they don't sell, then I'll probably remove the listing because, like I said, I'm not interested in just giving them away, especially considering what I paid for them, for the figures themselves on auction, shipping, purchase price, taxes, plus the to pay for the customization and all that. So um, if I keep dropping the price and they do sell, plus eBay selling fees, I'm basically going to take a loss on that, right? And that's not why I bought them. I definitely wanted to help out sellers or collectors by getting them something cool, but for a fraction of what they would cost otherwise. But think about it. A $4,000 figure on card or for an original where they could have gotten this for like $400 for me. That was my mindset. But when someone was like, on Facebook, yeah, I think it's only worth like $100. I'm like, get the hell out of here. No, that's insane. I mean, am I crazy? Probably not, but I don't know. Um, yeah, like I said, guys, I mean, a relatively quick video in comparison to most videos. I actually talked a whole lot more than I expected, but um, that's pretty much a few items I plan on listing this Monday, and or a couple other items that have actually already been listed and currently on auction right now. Um, on Monday next week, I am probably going to pull out a few more military items to kind of showcase. Last week, last week, I lied. In my live stream, I said I hadn't sold anything in a while. I actually did sell a bundle of military items on Mercari. I forgot about that bundle. And part of that bundle was an M9 gun holster, the M9 9mm Beretta holster. And I thought that was the highlight piece of that bundle of military items. And I come to find out, no, that's not what they were even going for. What they wanted out of that bundle was the bag of I thought it was like 100 flags, but it wasn't. When I counted them out, there was only 76, but it was a bag of IR infrared American flags, subdued infrared American flags. And I'm like, really? That's what that's what you were going for, really? I'm like, damn, maybe I underpriced this stuff because I listed for $100, and I thought maybe that was a little bit high. But like I said, that gun holster I thought was the most valuable piece of that listing. But I tried putting a bunch of military items together and bundling them up, and hopefully, hope that I was going to get a good price for it. But $100, I'm still happy about that. Net pay was like $90, a little under $90. So um, I was still excited to get that. I mean, that stuff wasn't doing me any good sitting in my toolbox over there. So uh, that's extra $90 I was able to pay towards bills. So I'm good. And I got a big old spot of water in the middle of my garage. I don't know where that even came from. Like for a second, I thought that came from the gas can, but I don't know, man. I don't think so. It's been raining like crazy, like storm and like thunder and tornado watches and stuff. So I don't freaking know. I'm gonna end the video, man. Like I said, this is it's supposed to be like a 20-minute video, and it's I've been down here like 30 minutes almost. So I'm gonna start wrapping this stuff up, and I've actually already thrown labels on these boxes. So I'm gonna wrap these figures and have them staged on the shelves so that they can go out when they're ready. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Am I overpricing? Do you think? I don't think so, especially when you kind of look at what these things are going for nowadays on eBay and Mercari, but I just don't want to undersell myself anymore. Especially, I mean, you guys know I used to always undersell myself I don't go to toy shows. I don't go to yard sales or anything like that. So when I need to replenish, where do I buy my stuff? I buy my stuff off eBay and Mercari, and I'm paying their prices. So if I buy something for $8 and then, or if I'm selling it for $8 and I'm rebuying it for $25, it's unfair for me to resell it for $8 and take a net loss on that item, right? So I have to kind of adjust my prices now. And it's stupid because I can't pass my savings along to the buyers who and offer the prices that they deserve because I used to offer a fair market price. And I still think my prices are reasonable compared to most, but like I said, um, something I used to offer for $8, I'm now charging maybe $13, which is still incredible, but it's not insanely good the way it was. But like I said, $13 compared to someone else who's offering it for 22. So, that's something, I guess. All right, I'm cutting myself off. Thanks for watching, guys.